just wouldn't really like to do it again with this company. It's just, yeah, a lot of stuff that I didn't think was very fair. Alright, so we're back again. We have just done a boxing match, which is pretty crazy. It's something that I've wanted to do for a long time. I've been like kind of just watching boxing for a long time. I've been sparring like a lot of people, just kind of getting into it, and the opportunity kind of came along with my uni. So they were doing kind of, well, it was a uni fight night, and basically they give you 8 weeks of training, and at the end of it you get to fight somebody in an actual ring in front of hundreds of people. And it was honestly, it was one of the best experiences of my life. So the main questions that people usually ask me are, 1, did I win? And 2, will I do it again? So I'm going to answer both of these questions, as well as what I've been doing in preparation for the boxing match, and how I'm feeling now. So let's just get the most anticipated question out of the way. I did win. Yes, I did win. So yeah, alright. I'm super happy that I won, of course, but the best moment wasn't when the referee lifted my arm up. Honestly, the best moment, don't know why I did that. The best moment is when I walked out of the of backstage to see my girlfriend and my friends and my family, and they were all like ecstatic that I won. They were all so super happy, all gave me a big hug. Like, oh my god, it was honestly the best moment of the whole night. So I ended up getting there to the venue at 3:30, which is painful. Alright, it's 3:30 in the afternoon, so 3:30 p.m. And it's painful because my fight was at 11 o'clock. So for 7.5 hours, I was watching everybody else fight. I was getting my medical checks done. Yeah, I was just waiting, basically, on my feet the whole time. It was pretty tiring, pretty painful. When it actually came around to my fight, I was debating, like, I was thinking, do I need a bit of pre-workout? Like, should I? And I was like, maybe. And I was like, nah. I think the adrenaline started to get to me when I was warming up, and I didn't need any caffeine or anything like that. You just don't. It's yeah, it's already like nerve-wracking enough. There's no need. So I just went in there, like, had no pre-workout, no caffeine for the whole day. I ate 3 hours before my match. I estimated that my match would be at around 10, ended up being at 11. I wasn't hungry though, I was good. I didn't feel hungry. I didn't have a full stomach, so I think I ate at the perfect time. And yeah, we went in there, and yeah, the fight was meant to be 3 rounds, and it only lasted 2. The guy I fought was a great guy, but yeah, it was a great fight. But yeah, it was a shame that it only lasted 2 rounds. I would have enjoyed doing the 3rd round, because it was a battle. It really was. That first round, it could have gone either way, I think. He got me with a pretty big shot in round 1, but I got him with a few pretty big shots as well. So it was a battle. It really was. And then 2nd round, I think he got me with a jab or 2, and I got him with a few right hooks, like big ones, and so the referee had to stop it. The towel was thrown in, and I don't know, I wanted to go 3 rounds, but you can't complain. We took the win, so you know, we'll take it. So in preparation for the boxing match, here's what I was doing. Alright, so I was working out 5 times a week. That's my usual schedule. So I was doing push-pull legs, push-pull, and then the 6th day of the plan would roll over to the next week. Same plan, did all of that the exact same. Still kept up with my calisthenics, except I worked more towards boxing training, obviously. So instead of doing weighted pull-ups, I focused more on bench press, because obviously pressing is the same as punching. Obviously, if you work your pressing power in both the chest press and the shoulder press, you're gonna get a stronger punch. So that's what I was doing. I was focused on shoulder press and bench press. Both of those I got stronger at. I was feeling really good on the actual night, so that worked perfectly. Of course, like I said, you get 8 weeks of training, 2 sessions every single week. So I was doing that at night, which is good because that's when I was fighting. there was 27 fights in total on that night. I think I got to watch 23 other fights before I actually went on, because you have to warm up while three people, or while three matches go on. So I missed 3 matches, unfortunately, and that was actually when my friends were fighting, so it's super annoying, but I still got to see 2 of my other friends fight. They did really well, so yeah, it was still a great night. As well as the 2 boxing sessions a week, I was also sprinting once a week. If it fell on a boxing day, I didn't do any cardio because the boxing was my cardio. I usually waited 1 day after boxing, and then I would do sprinting or some form of really high intensity cardio to train for this boxing match, and I'll tell you, none of it actually amounted to me being able to last in the ring like that long at all. When you're punching somebody and getting punched in the stomach, like, oh my god, I was dead. But that was kind of the point. Because it was only 3 rounds, you had to kind of give it everything you had. If it was going 6 rounds, obviously we would have reserved our energy. We wouldn't have been going for a knockout or anything. It would have been more technique, more like ducking, weaving, reserving energy until it gets to those last 2 rounds. Because it was 3 rounds, this fight, yeah, you just had to give it all you had, really, and that was exactly what I did. So yeah, it was a great fight. But yeah, so that's what I was doing in preparation for the fight. That's how it went on the night. And the last question people usually ask me is, would I do it again? And I have just a few things that it could kind of go either way, really. So I would say no, I would not do that again. And well, only for this company that I was with, right? So I just had a few issues, and for that reason I would say that I would not do it again with this company. I do not want to do another uni fight night, because there was a few things that I'll get into. But with a different company or with someone else or amateur or whatever, I would get into boxing. Yeah, 100% I would go in the ring again. This was honestly one of the best nights of my life. I would never take it back, ever. This was honestly, it was such a great experience. I'm so glad that I put myself through it, because just coming out of it, I can't believe that I actually did all of that. I can't believe that I put all that work in, and I can't believe it, it actually paid off. I'm so happy with how everything turned out. So of course I would box again, but yeah, just not with this company. So the reason that I wouldn't do it with this company is the biggest thing that I had was that not everybody actually got matched up. There was a chance that you wouldn't get matched with somebody, which means all of those 8 weeks of training, all the equipment we had to buy, all the money we raised for charity, it all just doesn't matter because you don't get to fight, right? So you end up with a bunch of equipment that you spent money on, a t-shirt that you spent money on, like a bunch of stuff that you just, yeah, it's just really annoying, really. And I actually was this close to not getting a fight. They said they'd send out a message to everybody on the day of the face-off to say if you've got a match or not. I'm sure they could have done it sooner than that, but whatever. They did it on the day of the face-off, really close to when you're actually supposed to be fighting. And I actually got a message in the morning saying that I didn't get a match. It scared the hell out of me, I'm not gonna lie, because I really wanted to fight. I was like so excited. So it was like it was a huge disappointment. It kind of ruined the day for me. But I messaged one of the coaches and I was like, look, I raised this much money for charity, which is now over £200. So thank you all so much. That is crazy. I cannot believe we raised that much for cancer as well. So yeah, I'm so happy. Thank you all for your support. But yeah, so we raised that. So I told the coach that, and I said, like, I kind of need to fight. Like, there's a lot of people kind of counting on me that donated that, if I don't fight now, that's kind of just like, what are you doing? Why was I asking for money for charity if I don't even end up fighting at the end of it? And they were like, they basically said that there's somebody else in my weight category that hasn't showed up to a few sessions, because I showed up to every single session, all 16 sessions. I showed up to every single one. Even when I was ill halfway through the training, I still showed up. I was well enough to go in, so I went in. And yeah, this guy had missed, I think, 3 sessions. So they said if he doesn't reply by 2 p.m., then you're in, basically. So I was like, well, he's gonna reply by 2, because it was like 9 o'clock in the morning. It was ridiculous. So I was like, I'm not getting a match. I can't believe this, right? So all day, I was just, or for half of the day, I was just thinking like, there's no way I'm getting matched. I can't believe it. This is unbelievable. Like, how did this happen to me? There's like 50 people, right? And I'm the one who doesn't get a match. It was gut-wrenching. It was horrible, right? So that was probably the worst part about this whole experience, thinking that I wasn't going to get a match. This close to not getting a match. And yeah, thankfully the guy apparently didn't reply or whatever, so I got in. I went to the face-off, saw who I was fighting. Made me a bit nervous, because the guy, like, similar build to me, well, I was talking to him before the match as well. He's apparently a bit heavier than me as well. It was not an easy fight, I'll tell you. Super nice guy though. We arrived at the place at the same time, and we ended up talking to each other for like 5 minutes, and I was like, God damn it, this guy's nice. How am I supposed to beat this guy up? But yeah, obviously when you get in the ring, you just go crazy anyway. And afterwards, like, no hard feelings, you know, obviously straight after, like, went over, gave him a hug, like, told him, like, honestly, like, did so well, obviously. Like, to put yourself in the ring, it takes so much courage, it really does. So yeah, I congratulated him on everything that he did, because it was a good fight, it really was. I said that a million times, but it was a good fight. And yeah, there was just one other thing that this company kind of bothered me, that it felt like they were trying to just kind of grab money. It felt like they were just money grabbers, because you had to buy so much equipment. They told us you don't have to spend any money, right? They said that before we actually signed up. They said all you have to do is buy a shirt, right? They're sponsored. And you had to pay for to wear their like sponsors' clothes, right? Which is fine, I guess, but like, they made us buy a t-shirt and a vest. The t-shirt was £5, the vest was £10. They made us spend £10 closer to the fight on the vest, even though when I actually went in there to sign up, that's when you buy the t-shirt, they had vests there, right, that were £5. You could buy a vest for £5. I decided it didn't look very good. I did not like the vests. So I was like, I'm just gonna wear a shirt, right? So I bought the shirt for £5, and then it turns out, oh, you actually have to buy a vest for £10 later on anyway. So I ended up spending an extra £10 on a vest when I could have spent £5 on one at the very start. They just didn't tell us. They also didn't tell us, there was like black and white vests, so you have to buy a specific one. It was really annoying. They were just trying to grab extra money from you, is what it feels like. They could have just told us that we needed a vest at the end of it and let us spend £5 on it, or at least let us spend the £5 on it at the end. I don't know why they upped it to £10. And other than that, like, you had to buy a mouth guard, a groin guard, you had to buy wraps, boxing gloves, even though you couldn't wear your own boxing gloves on the night, even if they were 16-ounce gloves, which is what was required. You had to wear their brand, right? So if you didn't have their sponsored brand, they gave you gloves anyway. So you had to buy gloves for training, and then you didn't even use them for the actual fight night. You had to buy so much stuff, I'm telling you. And the only thing that you could actually wear was shorts. So obviously we were rocking the MyProtein shorts, which were super comfortable, but everything else was horrible. I did not like the clothing. It didn't fit well. I was wearing like a large shirt, and it was huge. It was like a pump cover, and I was just sweating in it. I'm used to working out in this. So you can imagine, like, doing boxing training, it was horrible. So all of that stuff, just really annoying, really. Yeah, so that was all the reasons that I just wouldn't really like to do it again with this company. It's just, yeah, a lot of stuff that I didn't think was very fair. But yeah, other than that, I think that's everything. So yeah, I'm sure you guys will be glad to know that I won. So it's great that I can come on here and tell you guys that. But other than that, do not forget, it is Black Friday. It do be. So make sure that you check out all the sales that are going on at MyProtein. They're not only going on today, but they will be ending very soon, obviously. They don't last that long. So make sure you check it out. Use code BEN10 for 15% off. It used to be 10%, it's now 15. So yeah, make sure that you check that out, which is, yeah, awesome. Obviously, make sure that you check out the MyProtein advent calendar. This thing is an absolute beast. I'm telling you, this thing is huge. Comparing it to a clear whey protein, like just a normal thing of clear whey protein, it's huge. It's insane. I actually can't believe how big the advent calendar is. But yeah, we also got obviously the MyProtein products all up top there. They're all the ones that I've personally used and finished. They're all empty. So yeah, you know exactly the ones that I personally love. Make sure that you check them out on myprotein.com. But yeah, other than that, guys, it's been great. I'm so glad that I could come on here and make this video. It really is just, it makes me so happy. So yeah, thank you all for the support over these past 2 months for boxing. I think it was one of my most viral videos on TikTok. Thank you all for everything. Honestly, you all are amazing. If you want to make me even happier, leave a comment, because I love reading your comments. I'm a small enough creator that I read every comment, so make sure that you definitely do leave one. But other than that, guys, I will see you all in the next one. I will be making hopefully a transformation video pretty soon. Not on me, on one of my clients, because it's kind of insane. It's 6 months transformation. He looks, oh my god, you guys will see. But yeah, all right, I'm getting off topic now. I will see you all in the next one.